Hello, all my Aries babies out there. Oh my God, can you believe it? It is Aries season already? What? Get out of here. Get out of here. Hold on, Aries, hold on. Aries, I wanted to wish you a very happy and blessed birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aries. Happy birthday to you. Can't say worth a damn, but happy birthday, Aries. I hope this evolution and revolution around the sun this year brings you only health, wealth, and abundance. All right. So congratulations. Enjoy it. Party like a rock star. All right. Happy birthday, Aries. All right. Well, we are here to not only say happy birthday, my beautiful Aries, but to also give you it's basically the next few weeks, the end of March reading, or the next few weeks, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys have a wonderful birthday season, and we're about to find out what Spirit wants and needs you to know now and over the next few weeks, okay, Aries? So find a nice, cozy spot where you can relax, relate, and receive. So, if it resonates with your soul, with your gut, and everything else, then you know that message is for you, all right? Or it feels like a private reading, something like that, all right? But it resonates very deeply. Take what resonates, leave the rest on the table. This is a generic or general reading for the masses of Aries out there. Excuse me. Not only sun, moon, rising Aries, but also if you have Aries anywhere aspect in your chart. Hold on for a second. I want to refer to Jimmy the tarot ship and see what is going on in the energy this week. If you don't follow him, I have him listed in the description box, a link to his YouTube channel and also his website, thegreatawakener.com. Jimmy is a wealth of information as far as from an astrology, a Western astrology viewpoint. He makes understanding and learning astrology very simple. I also have a few of my other favorite astrologers as well as numerologists all in the description box, okay? All right, so what is happening this last week of March? Excuse me. Well, today is the 21st. The very start of your season, Aries. And I wanted to find, let me see, okay. So today, Saturday the 21st, Mars, your ruling planet, depending on what month, well, if you're born in the month of March, for sure your planet is Mars, okay? I'm not sure about the following month. If you're in April, Aries, I'm not sure what your ruling planet is. But Saturday the 21st, today, Mars trines with Jupiter, okay? And the planet Jupiter, the planet Jupiter is an interesting planet. We're in the age of Aquarius. Uranus is in full reign right now. We've got Uranus in Gemini for the very first time in probably a gazillion years, okay? So let me find out. Hold on. Yes, okay. So Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and it's all about expansion, growth, luck, and wisdom. As far as astrology is concerned, it's also known as the Great Benefic, which governs optimism, philosophy, higher learning. Okay, so this is all about thinking and maybe rethinking some of your belief systems, your philosophies about life. Now that we are coming out of that more regimented era. Okay, now we're in the era of Aquarius instead of what was it, Capricorn before. Very rigid, follow the rules, don't make any waves. You work for that one company for 30 years and then you retire and get a gold watch. I mean, that type of conditioning, right? That type of conditioning, you graduate high school, you go to college, you get married, blah, 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 blah. But now in the age of Aquarius, and now that Uranus has gone from Earth energy to Gemini, or that air energy, it's time for change. And with Uranus and it being the age of Aquarius, it's all about expansion, all about growth, all about not staying within the lines, right? Not coloring within the lines. And I love that. It's going to be freedom of expression. And a lot of things that we thought were written in concrete, we're seeing that those things are not written in concrete. We're seeing that a lot of that stuff that we learned, that we stood on for so many years, is not, it doesn't have any place anymore. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So we've got Mars trining Jupiter, and Mars is a warring planet, and it's all about those primal needs, sleep, sex, food, your basic necessities, for survival. But also, it's also about maybe putting up a fight to feel like you're being heard or whatever. Like I said, Mars is the ruling planet, and there could be a little bit of chaos. Or one thing that I've noticed is that people's tempers lately are flaring, over the simplest things. I don't know if it's because of what's happening politically or that we're at war, but people are walking on a thin razor's edge and flicking off at any chance that they get. You know what I mean? So tempers are flaring. So gotta kind of just not react. Okay, don't be reactive, Aries. All right, and also, what else do we have going on here? We've got, okay. So on Wednesday, this is the 23rd through the 31st. This is Jimmy the Tarot Ship and his Great Awakener.com. Sunday conjuncts with Saturn. Okay. And Saturn is the teacher. Saturn is you go learn today type of energy. The sun is all about that strength and intestinal fortitude. So maybe you'll come across something that really tries you, or tests your patience, or your belief system. The sun is sextile in Pluto. On Thursday the 26th, Venus, the planet of love and beauty and comfort, conjuncts with Chiron, that inner child that we all have. Friday the 27th, Saturn, the teacher, sextiles with Pluto. I don't know what all that means, so go check Jimmy out, okay? He'll explain it to you. So you've also got that structured Saturn energy. Not only you got Mars and Saturn, okay, but Saturn is the teacher. So you've got that stern type of you're going to learn today type of attitude, mixed a little bit with that Pluto energy, thinking outside the box, right? Not conforming. So that could be for some interesting cosplay, maybe. I don't know. Saturday the 28th, Ceres squares Pluto. The 29th, Sunday, Juno. I think that is, whose wife is that? Pluto's wife? Is it Pluto's wife? I think it's Pluto's wife. I could be wrong. One of those Greek gods' wife. is Juno, goes direct into Aquarius. And then Monday the 30th, almost the end of the month, Venus goes direct into Taurus, or goes into Taurus. So there's a lot of interesting things that are going on. I can't necessarily explain them all, and that is why I'm giving you the brief information. So please look it up. Go click on Jimmy's link down below the description box, and him or Deborah Silverman or somebody else down in the description box will be able to explain that much better than I can. All right. Woo, ciao. All right. So with all that being said, let's get into your reading, Aquarius. Why do I want to call you Aquarius? Maybe there's Aquarius in the mix somewhere. I mean, we've got all this Aquarius energy. Maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius, Aries. All right. Or maybe you have Aquarius somewhere in your chart. So let's get started. We're going to start off with the Oracle cards, and then we're going to get into the tarot deck. Remember, this is a generic reading. If something resonates, take that information, put it in your pocket to meditate on later. If it doesn't fit, you must quit, period. All right, leave it on the table for somebody else. All right, you guys. All right, so here we go. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and do that right now. What's stopping you? It's free $99. So go ahead and hit like, share, and subscribe. I'll wait. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee while you do that. Do you ever put cinnamon in your coffee? I think I put cinnamon in my coffee every single day. I never get tired of it. What do you put in your coffee aside from like creamer or whatever? All right, so let's get into your Oracle cards. So let's get it, my beautiful Aries. What do we have here? Okay, we've got Arrow. You're on the right path, Aries, regarding some aspect of your life. So you're on the right path. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Horseshoe, yeah. This is going to bring you good fortune, good luck, good blessings. Fox, ooh. This is all about, it can have two meanings. This sort of reminds me of the Seven of Swords card in the tarot deck. All right, meaning that we've got the fox here. That's you being shrewd. That's you being strategic about how you go about things, right? Just don't go about things all willy-nilly, all right? There's a plan. There's a way of doing things. So being shrewd and resourceful, especially in business, all right? And also the fox could represent somebody who's wily like a fox, like you can't really trust their ass, right? They try to be slick like a fox, doing shit that's kind of underhanded and everything. So watch out who's in your energy as well. Bird flying. News is on the way, Aries. News is on the way. Uh-oh. Yeah, like I said, there could be a rat somewhere in the mix. There could be a rat somewhere in the mix. Somebody maybe in your group or at your, places of employment, somewhere, someone is working against you behind your back. All right? Be careful. And lastly, we've got fair man. We've got dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. And this is a person that's the rat that you need to look out for. I'm not sure, but just be mindful. All right, and angels, what messages do you have for Aries? Maybe some of you have lost your inspiration. Maybe some of you have lost some of your creativity. You know what I mean? Maybe you've hit a wall as far as that's concerned. We need to turn this inspiration card that's in reverse. We need to turn that right side up so you can be inspired. All right? So you can be inspired. Some of you may be traveling, or maybe you're going on a cruise. You're going on a voyage. You're going on a trip. Okay? This could be a physical trip, where you're actually, traveling the world or going on a cruise or something like this. Or it could be a spiritual voyage that you may be going on. All right. Maybe you're being inspired to go travel, or maybe you're being inspired to go on this spiritual quest. Be open to it. Be open. Be open. I love the lotus flower, and I have a lotus flower right here. I love the lotus flower because it is the only flower that can grow in basic muck and mire and shit and still come out looking like this gorgeous, beautiful flower. All right, resilient, strong, intestinal fortitude, yeah? And the card that was in the crossing is leadership. You stepping up to be this leader, Aries. I mean, you are the first one. You're the first one out the gate with the zodiac. Okay? You set the pace. You set the tone for all the other zodiacs. Okay? Be this leader. Very, very strong energy. Okay? Alright. Angels, what do you want to tell Aries now and over the next few weeks? I've got a happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is got that green healing energy, that Archangel Raphael energy, the healing Archangel. If you need healing, mind, body, or spirit, please call out to Archangel Raphael and tell him or ask him to please assist you with whatever it is that you need so that you can be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. You might be a mentor, or you might go to a mentor. Okay, this is all about peace of mind. This mentor could also be a counselor, or some sort of spiritual guide that maybe you confide in. This is all about you staying in balance, practicing self-care. The dream of co-creation. We don't create by ourselves. We're here co-creating with our spirit team and also with spirit, or the creator. Okay, it's a triangle as far as I'm concerned. The dream of co-creation. Yesterday was not only the spring equinox, but it was also the new moon. Okay, the new moon in Libra, if I'm not mistaken, which is all about new starts, new beginnings, new chapters. All right, especially if you've been manifesting and planting your seeds along the way. Yeah, this is all about aligning, frequency-wise, aligning yourself with like-minded people, divine partnerships, and that's how you can co-create, okay, whatever it is that you're envisioning or trying to manifest. The mask that we wear, self-expression, protection, authentic self. Some people walk around wearing masks. Maybe you're encountering people that wear a mask. Maybe it's that fox that we saw, the energy that you need to be careful of, who may not have your best interest at heart. The rat, right? Maybe wearing a mask. That maybe you are unable to see that real authentic person as being the rat. Okay? Some people are also envious and jealous and haters, and so they become secret rats. Okay? Alright, Spirit, what else do we have? Let's get into the tarot now. We're going to get into some of these other. I've got love, and I've also got career and finance, and we'll get into that in just a moment. Right now, we're about to get into the tarot. We're going to get into these two major arcanas in just a moment. Holy Spirit, this is for Aries, March 21st through April 20th. What do you want our Aries brothers and sisters to know that can guide them, advise them, give them a spiritual hug now and over the next few weeks? Please and thank you. Alright, before we get into the deck, I want to show you the two major arcana cards that Spirit presented. And we saw a card of inspiration being in the reverse. Somebody uninspired for whatever reason. Maybe somebody's lost faith in some kind of way. Faith is in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I've got an Empress in reverse. Somebody who doesn't trust their intuition, doesn't trust Spirit, maybe doesn't trust that Spirit has their best interest. So this is an Empress in reverse. I never like to see somebody who wears a crown in reverse energy. That means that they're not doing their job. They have not stepped into the shoes of this Empress who gives birth to any and all things, no matter what it is. She's a magician. She can use all of the elements and bring forth all that she manifests with that divine feminine power that she possesses. But in reverse, she bursts nothing. She gives life to nothing. Somebody might have lost faith, hope, trust in Spirit. We need to turn that right side up. I'm going to turn it right side up. Maybe because there needs to be some justice here. Some justice, some fairness. For this Empress who feels upside down. Let's find out more. Alright, Holy Spirit, what's on the bottom of the deck? I've got Page of Pentacles. This is that earth sign energy. The Page of Pentacles could be a new opportunity, a new job, a new business venture, possibly, with this Page of Pentacles. What's in the middle, Spirit? Could have sworn. I don't know how that card got. Alright. So, I'm going to turn these cards right side up. I went through these cards and turned them all right side up before I started this reading. But evidently, I did not see all of them. Because I've got the Star, the Aquarius card in reverse. Somebody who has lost their faith, just like we said. Maybe there are no accidents. Somebody who's lost their faith. Somebody who doesn't trust that Spirit will heal them or help them or guide them or bless them. Is that you, Aries? So maybe there are no accidents. Okay. And what was the other card? Five of Wands. Five of Wands in the reverse. Maybe the worst is over. Maybe there was competition and fighting and not seeing eye to eye, but maybe that's done with the Five of Wands in reverse. Maybe that situation is over, Aries. This could be competition at work, your love life, whatever. Okay. I'm going to put these right side up, back in the deck, okay? But evidently nothing is a surprise here. Alright, Holy Spirit. What do we have for... What message do you want Aries to see now? What is the top row? Show us the top row. The present energy for Aries. We got the Sun. The Moon. What? Four of Swords and Six of Wands. The Sun and the Moon. The Sun and the Moon. Abundance and blessings, fertility, creativity. If you've lost inspiration, guess what? It's coming back. Creativity coming back. Harness that Sun energy, okay? That Leo energy. That intestinal fortitude. And then we've got the Moon. the Piscean energy. We're just a day out from Pisces season. Pisces is a major player. And over top our heads, Pisces is a major player. Still. Alright? The sun shines light on what the moon could be hiding, Aries. There are some things that could be illuminated to you that you weren't privy to, that you didn't know, that maybe there was some sort of illusion created that you didn't see. Maybe about that rat that we were talking about, that person that you don't really see their authentic self, right? Because they were wearing a mask. Hopefully it's not you wearing the mask, okay? But the sun illuminates what's hidden by the moon. Any sort of illusions, delusions, whatever. Four Swords. We talked about how important it is for you to practice self-care. Taking care of yourself. Resting. Eating. Exercising. Whatever. Staying balanced. Okay? And the Four of Swords normally comes after the Three of Swords. Some sort of disappointment. Maybe a loss. Could have been Three Swords in the heart. You know what I mean? Pain, loss, disappointment. But I've got, you're going to be victorious with the Six of Wands. The worst is over. We saw the Five of Wands in reverse. The worst is over. The conflict, the competition, all right, that's done. So that you can embrace the Six of Wands energy, success, victory. You made it through this, whatever this was. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit. Show us the second layer for Aries. What is the sun, the moon, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Wands for Aries? What does this all mean? Could you please show us additional information? Second row. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. The Star upright this time. And the Six of Cups. Queen of Pentacles underneath the sun. Yeah, you working hard at whatever you're working on. This job, this career, whatever this is, so that you can be this abundant Queen of Pentacles. Successful. Make good money. Could be upper level, whatever, you know what I mean? That's a part of this abundance and this blessings here, is this Queen of Pentacles energy. I've got Ace of Swords underneath the moon. Clarity. I'm telling you, this sun is going to reveal what this moon energy is hiding, and you will have truth and clarity, Aries. No more unclear thinking or seeing things not for what they are. Okay? Seriously. The Star. Healing. The Four of Swords and the Star. You needing to heal. You needing to practice self-care. Take care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Hold on, I need the fan. I'm having a hot flash. Thanks for holding, Aries. Okay. Sometimes it just, I don't know if you, anyway. Hot flash. That's all I can tell you. Alright, and lastly we've got the Six of Wands over top the Six of Cups. Okay, I love the Six energy. Moving away from that Five energy of conflict, not seeing eye to eye, competition, all that other stuff, to the Six energy where there's more peace, more tranquility, you know, not all these crashing waves around you, okay? Victory. And this could be the Six of Cups Definitely could be about, someone from the past. Someone from the past who may be coming back around, Aries. Do you want them to? Do you want them to come back around? This could be somebody that you knew from way back in the day. You could have dated way back when. And circling the block. Are we still in Mercury retrograde, or has it ended? I'm not sure. Today's the 21st. It could have already ended, but here we go. What is this? Is this where this broken heart came from? Alright, Holy Spirit. So, alright. Let's just go ahead and let's get a few more cards. What is the final outcome of this situation? Whatever this is. I don't know if this is a job, career situation that you're dealing with, or you need truth and clarity about someone from the past where there might have been some sort of competition. Alright. Let's round out this reading with what's the end result, or what's advice from Spirit? Yeah, that's better. Advice from Spirit, Holy Spirit. You've got the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Give me one more. Two of Swords. Somebody doesn't want to let go. The fours are all about safety, security, and stability, and maybe somebody's not ready to release whatever this is, not ready to let go. Somebody could also be very stingy right now. Stingy with their time, stingy with their abundance, their money, their time, their energy. Stingy meaning sort of like breadcrumby sort of energy. This Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles energy. Slowest moving knight in the entire deck. This knight is not fast moving. This knight is slow. This knight is methodical. This knight thinks of every possible thing before making any decisions or moves. And I've got the Two of Swords. Someone at a crossroads. Maybe that's why you're in this Knight of Pentacles, not wanting to move, because somebody is at a crossroads here, not knowing what to do, what decision to make. Perhaps when this sun energy reveals what this moon energy has been trying to conceal, you're going to get that clarity that you need, which means that you won't be feeling at a crossroads any longer. And these cards together equal the Three of Swords. We talked about the Three of Swords before when we saw the Four of Swords. Alright? Disappointment, loss, heartbreak. You're going to have clarity about whatever this is. Okay? Alright. So let's go ahead and wrap this up with, if it resonates with you, I hope it does. Alright, so let's go ahead. Yeah, this could definitely be about a lover situation here. Lovers on the bottom. This could be about a lover situation, but somebody could be like, I don't know about that one. Four of Cups is you're being offered cups of love, but may not take them. Okay? May not take them. Okay? And somebody's feeling or will be feeling this Nine of Swords, anxious, unsure. Yeah. Five of Swords in reverse. Another reverse card. Yeah. You no longer want the fighting and the disagreeing and the arguing and all that. All right. It's time for change. It's time for this to be complete, whatever this is, and it's time for a new chapter. Time for a new chapter. Okay? Alright, Aries. So, there we go. And what about Aries love life? Aries love life. I've got somebody will be reaching out. Remember we talked about that person from the past with that Six of Cups type of energy? Yeah. Someone might be circling the block and reaching out to you. You reaching out to them. Somebody that you may consider a soulmate. Twin flame soulmate. Twin flames is the hardest soulmate relationship to have, because there's a lot of lessons to be learned in this connection. But yeah, it could be a soulmate situation. Pay attention to the red flags. Exactly. Pay attention to that rat energy, okay? And that fox energy. Somebody trying to be slick and shit. Free yourself, Aries. Free yourself. Why? Because your real soulmate is waiting, and that is a fearless love. Undeniable, fearless, passionate love. So sometimes when we circle the block, we could be blocking our blessings, right? We could fail the test and circle the block. I've done that, and it turned out to be a disaster. And I was so pissed off that I actually did that. That was the one and only time I ever circled the block. Big freaking mistake. Don't do it. Well, I can't tell you what to do, but people are exes for a reason. And that's all I'm going to say. Alright. Thank you, Spirit. Career and finance. What do we have here? Great opportunity to make some extra dough. There's an opportunity for you to make some extra money. Your financial goal may be to have $10,000 in the bank. Have realistic goals. Credit score, you can have it all, of 760 to 850. Platinum level. Maybe that is one of your goals, is to have your credit score be like this. Okay? And lastly, we've got somebody's child support may be in the rears. Okay? Alright. And that could be why there's this justice card here. Maybe you might have to go to court. Maybe somebody feels like there's an injustice here because somebody is in the rears. Okay? And lastly, we have your universal message, Aries. It says, focus on what is important to you. Don't give your time or energy to your worries, as this would only amplify them. Focus on what matters to you the most. With every thought, you are creating your future. With every thought, you're creating your future, Aries. All right? Heal thyself. Renew your faith in spirit, okay? If you lost faith, renew your faith in spirit, okay? All right. So I hope that this has helped a lot. You got something out of this. And I love you guys, and thanks for tuning in, all right? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Mwah. Take care, Aries, and happy birthday.